righty, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening from Canada, everyone. My name is Niels. I'm one of the directors and co-founders of the Combined Logistics Networks, the CLN. On behalf of our team, a very warm welcome to our CLN Orientation Meeting. Before we start with our program, I would like to request if you can switch to Speaker's View. Today's orientation will last about 30 to 40 minutes. To start off with the program, we will have a community open mic, which my partner Christian will be conducting. Chris, how are you doing today?
I'm doing fine. I'm in Manila right now. Thank you very much for taking your time, everyone, to be a part of the CLN Orientation Meeting. So in this segment, I will be hosting the community open mic for the next few minutes, where we get the chance to meet some of the companies that are attending here today. So if you can, please turn on your cameras for this segment. Let me go through the gallery view and call out some names. And when I call out your name, please unmute yourself. Give us a short introduction about yourself, where you're from, which company you represent, and why you're here today. So let me get started with Danish. Hi, Danish. How are you doing? Can you unmute yourself and give us a little bit of an introduction about yourself?
Hi, how are you? Good morning, everyone, and good afternoon as well. I'm Faisal Khurshid. Danish is there because I'm using his account. I'm Faisal Khurshid, and I'm from Pakistan. We represent South Asia Shipping and Logistics over here. We are a 3-year-old company, but we have experienced people with us, including myself. We are into traditional freight forwarding as well as supply chain. We do give all kinds of services as far as supply chain is concerned. And we are here keen to meet all the other colleagues all over the world so that we can have further discussions later on business, and we can achieve a win-win situation for all of us.
All right, thank you very much. Let me move on with Miss Maria. Miss Maria, how are you doing today? Can you give us a little bit of an intro?
Yes, hello everyone. My name is Maria, and I represent the company, the logistic company Uniload LLC. We are located in Moscow, Russia. We perform all kind of services for our clients in terms of logistics, but our main specialization is air shipment of dangerous goods.
Okay, thank you very much for the intro. We have one person here from the car, Giridhar. How are you doing, Giridhar? Can you unmute yourself?
Yeah. Yes, Mr. Chris, how are you? I'm good, thank you. I'm from Regional Logistics Private Limited, Mumbai, India. I'm calling from India. We are into end-to-end logistics. We provide freight forwarding, custom clearance, trucking, housing, all in all. We provide end-to-end logistics in India with presence pan-India basis, and we are spreading our wings to every corner of India. Thank you.
Right. Thank you very much for joining us. How about Rachel? How are you doing, Rachel? Sorry, Rachel, can you unmute yourself? Yeah, there you go.
Yes. All right. Hi, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon. Good morning to some. My name is Rachel, and I'm from Britannia Freight and Logistics based in Doha, Qatar. Actually, we have been a member of the network since 2017. But as I have explained to Ms. Deb, I'm new to the company, and I just want to learn more about the network and to find ways how we can capitalize our membership, to boost business. Yes.
Thank you, Rachel.
Thank you so
very
much.
much. And let's pick one more. Miss Janhavi. Is that correct? Can you unmute yourself quickly? There you go.
Hi, Chris. This is Janavi. I'm from City Transport. We are an India-based freight forwarder and almost 75 years in existence now. We are customs brokers, LCL consolidators. We have our own IATA agency as well. And yes, we pretty much do everything under the gamut of freight forwarding and logistics, door to door. My intention of joining the group was just to expand our network and get to know more agents across the world, since we are very keen on exploring new geographies besides the ones that we are already in. Yep. So that's us, and thank you.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you for attending the community open mic. Niels, I'll take over this segment. So please allow me to move on to the next segment, which is the network introduction video, where you will get to know more about what CLN is all about. So Mashi, can you please roll the video?
On behalf of the Combined Logistics Networks team, it's my pleasure to welcome you to our CLN Orientation Meeting. My name is Niels. I'm one of the directors and co-founders of the CLN. Before I begin with introducing the CLN to you, I will guide you through the agenda. Today's conference will last about 40 minutes with the following program. After my presentation about the Combined Logistics Networks, we will be having a live Q&A to answer all of your questions about our network. RW Solutions is headquartered in Hong Kong. We currently have 8 freight forwarding networks that are into industry niches. Our networks are very much focused according to handling capabilities of forwarders, from pharma, perishables, and VOCC and FCL to geographic interests like Africa and the Middle East, as well as our flagship network, the CLN, that handles general cargo. By having specialized groups, our members engage into more meaningful business exchanges, with more qualified networking across various brands. At present, we have over 900 members from 100 countries under the RW umbrella. Now, let me introduce to you who we are. Combined Logistics Networks started in 2002 and currently has 320 member stations in 75 countries. I would also like to show you some of the conference group photos over the last few years. Now let me jump straight into the benefits of being part of the CLN network. The CLN network is virtually represented in every corner of the globe. With over 310 proactive and reliable members, every new member has a chance to work with our global agents. Being part of the CLN means that you will work with trusted, screened, and reliable members. Every new member application undergoes a due diligence to screen the company's financial stability, market reputation, sales strength, and length in operation. All members are likewise subjected to the standard code of ethics and guidelines of the network, which must be followed and adhered to at all times. The CLN assures that every member is diligently screened. In addition, the CLN offers payment security for all members as an added layer of security when working within the group. Through our annual conferences, we provide an added benefit for members to meet one another and further enhance their business relationships within the group. Meetings are set up through our face-to-face scheduler, CLN's meeting scheduling system, where you can select who you want to meet based on the country and specializations. CLN is also the first network to distribute its network agency list to global freight forwarding events and its global database. This allows for additional global marketing exposure for all CLN members. CLN has its exclusive information environment, which provides access to exclusive and up-to-date information amongst the members. Just last year, we were able to launch our first CLN intranet mobile app, enabling ease of access right at your fingertips. I'd like to personally invite you to our most awaited CLN 20th Annual Partnership Meeting from March 12th to 15th, 2023 at the Sofitel Phnom Penh in Cambodia. You will be able to meet with all of CLN's reliable and proactive freight forwarders in one place. Thank you for sharing your time with us and attending our orientation meeting. All right. Thank you for your attention about the CLN introduction video. I would like to continue with a segment that is quite important to us. It addresses the most common asked questions that you may have about our group. And Christian and I will be here to answer also any questions you may have. What we have done now is basically we have collated the 3 most asked questions that we encounter whenever potential new members want to join us. So maybe we can already answer some of your questions ahead of time. The first question that many people ask us is, how many members do you accept per country? And how many members do you have in my country, Christian?
So we accept up to 10 members per country at this time. For those who are interested to find out how many members you have in your country, please use the chat box here and enter your email address so that we can then send over the agency list to you. So for the ones that are interested to receive the agency list of companies, please do send us your email address and we will send it over to you.
Okay, great. And then how do you background check your members?
There are many ways to background check your members, and one of the ways is by checking through FDRS. Another way is, for example, to ask local associations, check if they're part of the local associations, and then also by checking up the company names on Google if there are any fraudulent records to be found. And so that's definitely one of the things that you should do before working with a partner, to do some background checking. And that's one of the activities that we take before a member can join the network.
Yeah, we also work with third-party information providers about companies that are operating in their countries. So yeah, we do have third-party sources as well that we check on. And then lastly, how much credit do you provide your partners, and how do you protect yourself?
So many times freight forwarders give each other credits that are not clear and that puts them at risk. In CLN, we have a payment protection in place, and this is our tool to protect our members of any credit risks. This is also one of the reasons why many companies decide to join the network. Maybe Niels, you can explain a little bit more into detail how much the coverage is. Maybe that helps them understand.
Yes, right. So we have a tiered coverage approach. We start off with $5,000, and as the years increase, for you to be that you are part of the network, the coverage increases to $10,000, $15,000, $20,000. As the longer you are part of the group, the higher your coverage basically is. So it's important to understand there that the payment protection that we offer is for every member, of course, that joins us. And having been in this business for over 20 years also allows us to have, let me say, enough capital resources in order to provide a payment protection. Nowadays, there is no such insurance in place. There's no official insurance that provides payment protection for any kind of disputes that there may be between freight forwarders. So any network out there that provides payment protection does that with self-financing. So it's very important for every freight forwarder to understand that when they join a network, is the network that they're joining, do they have enough capital reserves in order to provide insurance for their members? And typically, many of the newer networks out there will not have the capital reserves. So that's one thing that is very important to look out for. And then we're also talking about how much credit we provide, or how much credit you should provide to your agents. It's entirely up to you, of course, how much credit you want to provide. Typically, it has to be, of course, agreed mutually, and we always recommend around 30 days, 30 to 60 days credit, but it's by no means a default, or by no means it is mandatory to give credit. If your payment policy is COD, then if you have a partner that agrees to that, then it's perfectly fine. Alternatively, if you provide 60 days, and your partner is happy with that, then that's also okay, as long as there's mutual understanding there. That's the most important part. that we can basically say on our side, right? We are open to receiving your questions. If you may have any, feel free to ask. That's why we're participating in this call, of course. Christian and me, we're owner operated. We are here to answer your questions. We are neutral, of course, as well. I don't run any freight forwarding company. We have been doing this for over 20 years now. And we're looking forward, of course, to grow our various niches. The CLN has been our very first network that we started off with. And it's also one of our largest group amongst the different groups that we have. The CLN is also a general freight forwarding network that accepts, companies that are doing general freight forwarding, whereas our other groups are into more specializations. So feel free to ask us. If you don't have any questions, we would move on to the next segment. If you do have a question, please ask us the question now. Do we have any questions there?
Yes, Niels, I have one. I'm in the mobile app product that you guys are offering. What is it all about? At which stage as far as this app is concerned?
So yes, that's a good question. Thank you for asking. The mobile app is for CLN members. It is basically your directory, first and foremost. It's where you can research and look for your partners, where you can message. We have a messaging system, so it's a communication tool. It's a directory tool, and it's also a social media tool. We do have a social wall where you can post updates about yourself, introduce yourself to the group. We also make network announcements in there, and it's also a way for you to check on, the latest payment situation of a certain member. What we do is we have an active and live payment monitoring platform. That means if for any reason a member is in payment default or there are any certain payment issues, we flag those members right away so that you are able to see and understand the relationship that you're going into, whether the agent is in good standing or not. So it's basically your communication tool and your access tool to the network.
Okay, great, thanks. Just one more thing, just in addition, we can't do any active booking exchange over that. Operationally, it's not workable, right?
No, we don't do bookings on that on the app, but primarily it's for you to get in touch with the agent that you want to work with, right? And then you work directly with the agent. We don't get involved in your bookings or in your communication. That happens directly. We want to be as hands-off as possible. However, of course, if there are issues with your shipment, we are here to assist you in case of any issues or troubles. But as much as possible, we are hands-off. We are neutral. This is the business that you conduct with your fellow partners and members. So in that respect, for us, we are just there to support your business in case of any troubles.
Understood. Thank you.
All right. Okay, then let's move on. We do have a keynote presentation that we would like to show you. This keynote is provided by Christian. Christian will be talking about independent freight forwarders and how we as independents can compete with multinationals. Can we please view the video, the keynote presentation? Thank you.
How do independent forwarders compete with multinationals? Multinational forwarders are having all-time high profits during the pandemic and seem to be dominating the market. Since they have a complete network of own offices to work with, which independent forwarders don't have, some customers think that independent forwarders are not serious in their business. Multinationals have it easy with finances compared to independents. As independents, we are not owned by governments or banks and are unable to buy our customers like the big guys do. And without long-term service contracts with shipping lines and airlines, where do we get the space to sell to our customers? You may even start believing that our IT systems are not updated, but is that really true? The world of independent forwarding is actually the total opposite of what the industry and customers might think. Independent forwarders are all over the world, and there are more than 100,000 active companies, which represent 50% of the total market share. While we do not have offices worldwide, it gives us the flexibility to choose who we want to work with. And if that is the case, we choose to work with the best option in the market. Even if we do not have shipping line and airline contracts, we do have valuable long-term connections with carriers. We have long-standing management teams, unlike the multinationals do, since we are mostly family-run and our service comes straight from the heart for the love of our families. And since we do not have a changing management every 3 to 4 years like multinationals do, we really know what we're doing much more than what a multinational will ever understand. We can take quick decisions to keep ourselves competitive compared to multinationals that take a long time to get things right. And that is why we believe in understanding our customers better by building relationships that help shippers and consignees move their cargo the best possible way. For us to stay in business, we need to offer solutions that customers can trust. Because we are so many, IT companies have recently switched their focus to serving the independent forwarders market instead of the multinationals only. This means that we have the latest technology at our disposal. And when we decide to get into things, we do it right by setting up highly specialized teams in niche fields of logistics that multinationals are not equipped to handle. From hand-carrying goods for ultra-urgent shipments to temperature-controlled cargo for pharma and food products, independent forwarders are more serious than what a multinational can brag about. With many of us heavily invested in equipment like trucks, warehouses, cranes, and loyal teams, you can maintain a more stable service level you can rely your business on. So the next time you need to decide if you should work with a multinational or an independent, think about this video and hopefully you will be reminded that working with independent forwarders is the way to go. As everything that we do is personal, and companies that value the personal touch will always be able to give better solutions to their customers now and in the future. This video is brought to you by RW Solutions. RW is focused in partnership networking amongst freight forwarders with 900 members from 100 countries worldwide.
All right, thank you, Christian, for your video. Now, why should you join us? Why should you be part of the CLN? That's always the question on your mind, right? We are offering a special membership for those of you who want to attend, for those of you who attended this CLN orientation meeting. Aside from connecting with more than 320 reliable and proactive freight forwarders from 75 countries, below are some of the benefits when you decide to be a member now. So we do have an exclusive offer where you get one free pass to attend our 20th annual partnership meeting between March 12 to 15, 2023 at the Sofitel in Cambodia. Sofitel Phnom Penh, Cambodia. So once you do become a member of the network, your company will be announced and promoted as part of a global network to all our CLN members and global database of freight forwarders to further promote your business amongst the group. You will then, of course, be added to our network agency list where you can identify the payment habits of other members and get access, of course, to our mobile and intranet and WhatsApp community where you can exchange leads and businesses and interact with other members. And also, of course, being part of the CLN will give you access to our global exhibition tour. So with that exhibition tour, what we do is we do attend the world's largest logistics exhibitions, like the Intermodal in Sao Paulo or the Transport Logistics in Munich. And we do have a big booth in those events where we offer space for our members to participate as well. So also as a reminder, once again, you will be able and you will have the opportunity to attend our 20th annual partnership meeting from March 12 to 15, 2023 at the Sofitel in Phnom Penh in Cambodia, where you have the opportunity to meet with all our members in person. So that's pretty much it. Feel free to contact our CLN team if you're truly interested to be part of our membership, and they will get your application sent to you right away. I would like to give you one last video, and it is a video of our last Phuket meeting that we had in Thailand. It was just last April. We welcomed 120 freight forwarders to this event in Phuket. It was still a time when COVID was very much in the news, and there were still travel restrictions in place, hence we didn't have a full attendance, but we still had amazing agents attending from many corners of the globe that were able to travel. So please, Mashi, share this video with us from this April in Phuket, Thailand.
But after 2 years, we have got to travel internationally. So it feels amazing to be here with the CLN family.
It's positive to attend a CLN conference, so overall fantastic.
CLN is part of RW Solutions, which is our first network since 2002. It's our flagship network consisting of 320 freight forwarders from 75 countries. We're a quality-oriented group, too many members per country. We limited it to maximum 5 to 10 members per country, and we're looking for the best-in-class forwarders in every territory.
This is conference after 2 years cancellation. This is of course very important for us to refresh our friendship with the other members, and certainly we will get more boost for the business out from here. New sales leads and new real business.
We are with CLN for the last 7 years plus, and we are really feeling very happy, and our company has grown up because of the CLN network and its members.
Look, it's really good to finally be back, at the conferences, and the opportunity to meet with our fellow freight forwarders, and have the opportunity where everything is available for us with these conferences.
It feels really great to be back here.
All righty, thank you very much for joining our CLN orientation meeting. I hope it gave you some information about who we are, what we do, what we stand for, and a little bit of our history as well. I think it's important to know and to be entirely transparent as a network to show what we've been doing over the past few years. So for those of you who are interested to be our member, you may want to drop your email address here in the chat box, and our team will get in touch with you. We'd also like to know your feedback on today's orientation meeting. We have a quick 3-question survey. It'll take less than 20 seconds for you to fill that out, so I'd appreciate your help there. Thank you once again, and I sincerely hope to see you at one of our in-person events in Cambodia, maybe next year, where we'll be celebrating our 20th anniversary. So be sure to mark your calendar, March 12th to 15, 2023. Thank you very much, and wish you a wonderful rest of your day. Take care.